And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win? The week Who Would Win. We got one more, and then we got the speed round tomorrow. Pre-recorded on Monday for Tuesday. But I speak about Wednesday. Anywho, from Bueno Varix, Serpentera, Lord Zedd's personal Zord, versus the 2014 version of Godzilla. Unfortunately, it's probably not something that could have gone in the speed round, but it's also something that, let's be honest, could have gone in the speed round. But there's some outs for one of these guys. So, Godzilla. In the MonsterVerse version of Godzilla, he is a just ancient creature, a titan, that is basically just kind of a guardian of nature. He stands, roughly speaking, at almost 350 some odd feet tall. He's almost 400 feet by the time of King of the Monsters. Weighing roughly 90 tons, he is large, bulky, and powerful. Good swimmer. Capable of breathing an atomic fire to roast individuals alive. He can take a huge hit, including nuke-level attacks. He is just very, very powerful. Unfortunately, this is one of the times, and by the way, this is actually one of my favorite versions of Godzilla. If for no other reason, I like the design. The design is like one of the better designs of Godzilla recently. But unfortunately, Serpentera is like a very different beast entirely. Now, let me be very clear. We are talking about the first time we see Godzilla, which would be him at his weakest. Not talking about, say, King of the Godzilla versus Kong, or Godzilla x Kong, New Empire Godzilla, who was immensely more powerful and was basically planetary. Who could even hurt Superman because and go toe-to-toe a little bit with Superman. Mind you, that was a crossover. His radioactive breath was comparable to kryptonite. So, yeah, there were some mitigating circumstances. Regardless, Serpentera is a confirmed planet buster. First of all, it dwarfs Godzilla in size. It weighs 500 tons, meaning it weighs over 5 times more than a 90-ton kaiju. It is, roughly speaking, 1,000 plus, a little over 1,000 meters high or tall, and 1,000 feet tall, and over 1,600 feet long. So it is nearly 5 times Godzilla's weight, over 5 times Godzilla's weight, and about, roughly speaking, 4 to 5 times as long, and about 3-ish times as tall as he is. So this is Serpentera. Godzilla at best is only up to there. Now, Godzilla has taken on individuals who are larger than him, but Ghidorah is maybe only like that much larger than him. Serpentera dwarfs his ass. Serpentera also is capable of firing lightning, range attacks, capable of hypersonic flight, and capable of firing something, I believe it's called black hole beam, where it literally charges an attack in his mouth and just creates a void that swallows up an entire planet. He only has one known weak point, and that is the mouth. If you hit the mouth hard enough, you will put him down, and he will destroy it. But yeah, Serpentera is, first of all, I do like the Chinese dragon just design. It is pretty badass. But yeah, Serpentera is just a beast unto itself. Even today, it's considered one of the most powerful Zords to ever existed in the entirety of the franchise. So, yeah, Serpentera is nuts in terms of power, at least for a fight like this. Now, again, if we were dealing with, say, Godzilla versus Kong Godzilla, or Godzilla x Kong, New Empire Godzilla, a Godzilla who literally blew a hole straight to the core of the planet and just like, hey, bitch, come up here, let's keep fighting. Then we'd have a bit more of a conversation here, I think. We really would. It would be a lot more even. But the fact of the matter is, normally in a lot of these kaiju type matches, Godzilla could throw his bulk around, his weight around to try to overpower something. Here, that doesn't work. This thing outweighs him 5 plus times. He just can't move this thing. He's also going to be taking massively powerful hits from those electrical blasts, similar, weirdly enough, to Ghidorah's gravity beams. The only chance he's really got is to aim an atomic blast into the mouth, which is not impossible, to be fair, if Godzilla can just, pinpoint and aim. The other problem is, though, his attack, his atomic breath back in the day, at least when we first met it, really was atomic fire in design. It was less a beam of energy and more flame-like, which means it's probably less accurate and probably dissipates when he's got range. So unless he like tries to move Serpentera and Serpentera looks down, just starts to blast, and Godzilla then blasts him in the mouth, which again, anything is possible, I suppose. Godzilla's unfortunately just going to be thrown around most of this fight, blasted pretty hard, and if Serpentera wants to, whoever's piloting it at the time, can just wipe out the planet, and then Godzilla's effed. So, unfortunately for Godzilla, I love the big G man, but no, it's got to be Serpentera here. Serpentera takes this pretty much at least 9 times out of 10. There's some wiggle room for a couple wins for Godzilla, no doubt, but again, we're only talking about the 2014 version of Godzilla. And you might say, well, it's the same Godzilla in the other movies. No, it's not. It's the same character, but he gets massive upgrades throughout the films. So, no, it's not. Anyway, yeah. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.